What's good, y'all? It's your boy Thunderman. I'm back with another video, and today we're gonna talk about the characters that I would like to see in Mortal Kombat 12. So, for those of y'all who don't know, Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I love playing it. I've been playing it since I was a kid, and MK11 has just ended. So I was just thinking, like, who would I want to see in the next one? You know what I'm saying? Because either that or Injustice 3 is coming out very soon. So I was just thinking to myself, like, who would I want to see in these games? So let's just start it off. For the first one, the first character I would like to see is Ashura. I know y'all probably thinking like, oh, that's like out of left field. The reason that I'm saying this is like, we haven't seen Ashura in a game since Mortal Kombat Armageddon. And Mortal Kombat tends to like put in the same people, like I would like to say. They like to put in the same like kind of characters. Yeah, they add like other characters, like they just brung Nightwolf back, you know what I'm saying? And Shang Tsung and stuff like that. But I feel like Ashura would be a breath of fresh air, especially for like the female characters, like just a return. And it like her backstory, her being from the Nether Realm, but she dresses angelic, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they could add more to that character and like implement her powers, better and stuff like that. So I feel like that's a good pick, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's gonna be like most of the list. I don't know how many I'm like using, how many people I'm using, but like that's probably gonna be most of the list, people we haven't really seen. So if your favorite character is not in here, I'm sorry, but this is also just my list. If you want to make your own list, you can do that, you know what I'm saying? That's what YouTube is for, to, have your own opinion, have your own videos. So just enjoy the video. The next character that I want to see in Mortal Kombat 12 is Havoc. Havoc is I think he's a fan favorite. I'm pretty sure he is. If you've read the MKX comics, he was a very important, he had a very important role in the comics, and it was like it was just crazy. And like, for those the people in the 3D era, that played in the 3D era, know who Havoc is. Deception, Armageddon, the Chaos Realm. That's basically that's him. He's really a big part of the Chaos Realm. The character design was a good character design for him. And it was originally his alternate costume was originally Noobs, for those of y'all who didn't know. And I feel like now that the graphics and stuff are better, and Mortal Kombat is trying to get better with their stories, I feel like implementing Havoc in the story, no matter where they go with this new story, I feel like it will bring a nice feel to it, you know what I'm saying? With the chaos and just being out of control, and not really he can't really be trusted. No matter who he allies with, he doesn't really you can't trust him, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he's a good character that needs to come back, you know what I mean? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably gonna have all of these people are probably gonna be 3D era characters. Yeah, that's probably what it's gonna be, low key. So, damn. Yes, they're gonna be 3D era characters. Yeah, for sure. Anyways, another character that I would like to see is Li Mei. We haven't seen Li Mei in a game since Armageddon. We've seen her make a cameo in MKX when they were talking about Shinnok and stuff. But other than that, we really haven't seen her in any other game, as a playable fighter. I think she was in Deadly Alliance, but I know for sure she was in Deception or Armageddon, solely because Armageddon literally had every character that existed in the game. So, I would like to see her again, put more to her story, see her moves again. See the newer designs. That's really the thing. I just want to see these characters, newer designs, and just more on their story. Probably can give more information out of these people, because even though we have a little bit of information on these people, it can be implemented more. You know what I mean? Like if you played Deception, like you seen like Lee May, I think she dated the Dragon King or something like that. That was kind of wild though. But like just her being from Outworld, you know, fighting for her village and whatever. I feel like the female characters can be, like we need more variety of the female characters. Like Melina, Katana, Cassie, Jackie. That's kind of like the rotation for these past 2 games. It's just like we could add more people. Like Sechuyan, like that was cool. And you know what I mean? But like I feel like we could bring like other female characters that, you know, can return. Like Jade was a good, you know, piece for the game. But we've seen her in MK9. We have not seen Lee May, and we have not seen Astra since the 3D era. So it would be nice to bring like characters like that back. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's another character that like people will be like, oh wow, she's in the game now. You know what I'm saying? Or if she came out as DLC, like, oh yeah, like I would buy that because I haven't seen her in a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of trying to, like with these characters that I'm bringing up, I'm kind of trying to like, I'm trying to bring in characters that can be like, that can have more interesting stories. Like I didn't want to just bring out everybody from Deception, like Hotaru and Dairu and Darius. Don't nobody want to see them again. Let's keep it a buck, bro. A lot of people do not want to see them characters again because they were pretty boring. Hotaru was just a guardsman, bro. Like he didn't really have nothing else like going for him. So like I'm literally trying to think about these characters that like can have more like intriguing stories for you to like, you know what I'm saying? Like don't get me wrong, Hotaru in the new game would be decent. Like his character design would probably be decent, you know, with the higher graphics and stuff, but I feel like there's better characters in him that can go for like the next game or DLC, you know what I'm saying? Knowing like for the next game, knowing this, they probably gonna bring Quan Chi back. I could see them bringing Quan Chi back as DLC or something like that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was, you know what I'm saying? I know that was just out of nowhere, but, you know, they brought Shang Tsung back in Mortal Kombat 11. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought Quan Chi back in Mortal Kombat 12, you know what I'm saying? Getting back on track, another character that I would like to see in Mortal Kombat 12 is Smoke. We have not seen Smoke since MK9, I believe. He made a cameo in MKX, you know, but I feel like they can, since the time has reset it, I feel like they can like do some more with the character. You know what I'm saying? Smoke is a fan favorite. Haven't seen he hasn't been a playable character since MK9, so I know a lot of people want to play with him. Even if he was DLC, which he probably will be. I can see that. If he's DLC, a lot of people would definitely pay for him because he is a fan favorite. Like him just being part of the Lin Kuei, and then, you know, the Enenra thing, they probably can put more like attention to that if they bring him back. And yeah, like that's all I really gotta say. Like basically just it would be a good thing to bring him back. Put like more focus into the Enenra. That what I meant to say. Enenra story, and just, you know, roll with that. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm finna just talk about more than the characters. Another thing that I want to see brought back is tag team combat. I feel like tag team combat has so much potential. I think they said that a lot of people didn't use it in MK9. I feel like a lot of people will use it more now. With like, I don't know, I feel like people will use it more now. I personally like the game mode. It kind of like, I don't know, it was like the 2-on-2 thing was kind of cool, like doing the tag assist and you know, they tag in and then they do a special move or something like that. It really was a good, like, it was a good addition to the game, and I think they tried to do that with Deception too, and like with the Noob and Smoke thing. Noob and Smoke wasn't originally supposed to be two things in one. They were trying to implement tag combat, but they couldn't do it. But I feel like if they bring that back, then it would be a good addition. I think they should also add chess combat too, because it was a good addition to Deception. And imagine the stuff that you could do now with it, like online. You probably could add more spells. Like you really, and you could like with Deception, they only had a few arenas. You could add all the arenas to the chessboard, and like you could just do more with it. Like a lot of games back then were coming out unfinished. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with these games, you could like add it as a like during a patch or something. You know what I'm saying? Like how they do later on when they add the stage fatalities. I feel like you could add that at least later, or yeah, if you have time, you could do it during release. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that'll just be a good game mode for online. You know what I mean? And you probably can make it ranked too, ranked or like casual, instead of just like the usual one-on-ones. The chess will probably bring something else to the table, you know? And I believe that they know that, and, you know, Warner Bros. Probably doesn't give them as much freedom as they, you know, as they could do, you know what I'm saying? Like when they were with Mayway. But I feel like if you bring that back, a lot of people would enjoy that. Yeah, they would enjoy that. Going back to the characters, some characters that I could think that are like, I think a return, I could see like Taven, Dagon, Serena, and like Reiko. Only because like Reiko was just in the Mortal Kombat movie, so that's probably gonna be something. You know, that's probably gonna go with something. Taven and Dagon are in like the arcade endings. No, they're in some of the arcade endings. And Dagon is the one that killed, I believe his people killed Kenshi's wife or something like that. You know, Takeda's mother. And with Serena was a part of the MKX story, talking about how she was freed from Quan Chi and stuff like that. And she was I'm pretty sure she was in Cabal's ending as well. So I could see characters like that coming back too, because there's been like, you know, hints, you know, them being in arcade endings and stuff. But shit, who knows? Maybe Shujinko could come back, you know, who knows? Anybody can come back if they make the story how it is, or even just the DLC, you know what I'm saying? As long as they polish up the characters, or if the character is just a fan favorite, you could just have anybody return. Like look at MK11. MK11 brought back Melina as DLC because people were expecting Melina to be in the game anyway, you know what I mean? So, and then Ed Boon, you know, he's a troll. He tried to say that Melina was probably not in the game, making Katana's friendship with Melina in it, so to make it seem like she's not going to be in the game, but she was in the game anyway. So I feel like with these characters and these like game modes, I feel like they can make it happen. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't really know either. Because I know these characters can be money grabs, you know what I'm saying? And you know, at this point, like, games are really just money grabs at this point. So, like, if they just listen to the fans, like, with the characters, not saying just, like with everything, but, like, with the characters and who they want, I feel like, you know, they could do that. And it's probably going to be 3 combat packs knowing them. So, there's going to be guest characters, and there's going to be, like, returning characters for the DLC. So, I don't know what they're going to do. Hopefully, they do something good. Hopefully, MK12 is better than MK11. Because although MK11 was not bad, I just didn't play it as much because I just didn't play the game for real. But it wasn't a better game than MKX. So hopefully they make hopefully MK12 is better than MK11, you know, not with all the footsies being the main thing. Hopefully the pacing is also a little sped up. MK11 was pretty slow. But I also want MK12 to feel like its own game as well. Because even though MK9, MKX, and MK11, like I have my opinions different on all of them. All of them still feel like their own game. They don't feel like the same game. So I'm glad that that's the thing. They make their games different. So I hope with this new game, you know, they come in with some heat, because I'm gonna buy the game. You know, I'm gonna buy the game. But that's it, man. That's all I wanted, bro. Hope y'all have a good day. It's TST. I'm out. Peace.
Ferrari black and yellow like a bumblebee. Yeah, it's only one Malik, so you can't double me. Carry me with caution, girl, you better not fumble me. Standing 10 toes, you niggas cannot crumble